Let's talk about the 15 daily decisions that are probably wrecking your financial future without you even realizing it. We're going to take a really honest look at the small, everyday choices that can either build you up or, well, tear it all down. All right, full disclosure, this is going to be a straight up, no nonsense conversation. Think of it as a financial wake up call from a friend. We're going to hit on some uncomfortable truths, so if you're not ready for that, now's your chance to duck out. But if you're serious about making a change, stick around. So let me ask you this right off the bat. Are your daily micro decisions, those tiny, almost invisible choices you make every single day, are they silently sabotaging the future you want? Because that's what happens. It's not one big mistake. It's 1,000 tiny cuts. So where does the damage start? Believe it or not, for most people, it starts the second their alarm goes off. The financial battle for the day is often lost before you've even had your coffee. It all begins with waking up late. Seriously, while you're hitting that snooze button for the third time, your competition is already up, working on their goals. Then, you roll out of bed and immediately plug into toxic media. Pointless reality shows, the endless outrage cycle on the news. All it does is help you escape your own life instead of building it. And to top it off, you grab some junk food for breakfast, which just kills your energy and focus for the rest of the day. It's the perfect storm of self-sabotage, and it's not even 9 a.m. And that disastrous morning routine, it usually feeds right into our next big problem, this vicious cycle of consumption. This is where you can physically see the money just disappearing day after day. I mean, just look at this number. It's insane. The average person throws away 40% of the fresh produce they buy. 40%. Just stop and think about that. You're literally taking nearly half the money you spend on healthy food and just chucking it straight in the garbage can. And then there's the classic trap, the good deal. Oh, we've all been there, right? You buy something you absolutely do not need just because it was on sale. You walk away feeling smart, like you saved money. But you didn't save anything. You just spent money you weren't planning to, all based on an impulse. In today's world, that trap has evolved. Now we have what you could call death by 1,000 cents. I'm talking about all those little microtransactions in games and apps. Buying an extra life here, a cool cosmetic skin there. It feels like nothing, but it's engineered to be a slow, silent leak in your bank account. And this is how it adds up. That tiny 99-cent purchase you make every day, it doesn't feel like a big deal, but over a year, that's over 360 euros gone. Poof! Think about how many hours you had to work to earn that, all for a temporary little boost in a digital world. From those small leaks, the habits can get way more aggressive. We're talking about vices like smoking or vaping that literally burn up your cash and your health, or financing things you can't afford, like that brand new phone, or even worse, using credit cards to live a lifestyle you haven't actually earned. And then there's dropping ridiculous amounts of money in nightclubs just to look cool for people who are probably just as broke as you are. You know, here's a really powerful way to frame it. When you use credit for something that doesn't make you money, you are literally selling your future time to the bank. Let that sink in. You are trading your freedom tomorrow for a gadget or a drink today. And hey, about those nightclubs, let's be perfectly clear. When you're in there paying a fortune for a bottle with sparklers in it, you are not the boss. You're not a player. You are the product. The club owner is the boss, and your wallet is funding his empire. But here's the thing. All these bad habits, all this wasted money, they're just symptoms. The real disease, the root cause of the problem, is almost always your mindset. Your own thinking can be your biggest enemy. You've probably heard this saying before, and it is 100% true. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Look at your circle. If your friends are unambitious, if they're content with just getting by, they will pull you down to their level. It's not a possibility, it's a guarantee. Next up is what's sometimes called a tax on not understanding math. I'm talking about lottery tickets, scratch cards, all that stuff. It's not a financial strategy. It's a hope for a magic button, a shortcut to wealth that lets you avoid doing the actual work. And that almost never pays off. This same shortcut mindset shows up in other places too, like neglecting your personal health and hygiene. People won't trust you or want to do business with you if you don't respect yourself. Or becoming a diehard sports fan. You pour all your time and emotional energy into a game where you have zero control, instead of being a player in the game of your own life. It's the same thing as looking for miracle diets or spiritual good luck charms. It's just laziness disguised as hope. So really, it all boils down to this one fundamental choice. Are you operating with a victim mindset or a wealth mindset? The victim blames everyone else, the government, the economy, their boss. They give away all their power. But the person with a wealth mindset, they only focus on what they can actually control. They take total responsibility and are always looking for ways to improve. One gives up control, the other seizes it. Okay, this all leads us to the final and most important section, the so-called billionaire's secret. After looking at all these traps and bad habits, what is the one big idea that truly separates the wealthy from everybody else? It's this simple. It all comes down to understanding this one word, asset. So what's an asset? It's just something that works to put money in your pocket even when you're sleeping. That's it. That is the entire game. And this right here, this slide breaks down the ultimate choice you're making every single day. So many people pour all their energy and money into appearing rich. The designer clothes, the expensive parties, the latest phone. These are all liabilities. They take money out of your pocket. The truly wealthy, they focus on being rich. They use their money to buy assets, things like businesses, investments, and valuable knowledge that will make them even more money. So as we wrap this up, there's really only one question that matters. Now that you've seen all of the tiny decisions that can absolutely destroy a financial future, what is the first asset you are going to start building tomorrow?